don't even know where you're going with this because there's a couple of possible answers here.
There was some like overly earnest, vaguely alternative rock, but pretended to be rap metal band from like the early 2000s.
Rap metal band early 2000s. You're really not narrowing this down.
They were not good, and they had this big, well, I don't know about big hit, but they had a hit song. It was like, hey, you feeling it? Something, I don't know what the fuck. POD, that's who it was. They sucked. God, they were awful. Don't know what, I have no idea why I'm going off on that. Hey, it's Martin. What's going on, Martin?
It's Martin Lauer. Currently in first place. What the hell is this?
Get loud, get loud, get loud.
Just
I'm going to tune in live so I can chat with people.
Yeah, same here, same here. I'm just looking at the quality to make sure. Yeah, it looks a lot better with the NVIDIA. I guess it's, I don't know.
Correct.
Maybe I got to turn the bitrate up on the OBS or something. Those who are better than us at this, please let us know.
Did you post the link in Discord, sir?
I've not yet. I'm just about to.
Do it!
Why to make sure it was quality before I did?
I command you! Also, all these stripes are making me really want McDonald's, even though I'm not actually hungry. That's a fucking trick. Welcome to the McDonald's 5,000 calorie lap race. It'll take you 18 chicken nuggets to get all the way around.
There, link has been posted now in the Discord.
Huzzah! Oh, you know why Martin's in first? Because Mike Stoffmeal hasn't posted a lap yet.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, that's not true. Mike Stoffmeal in 16th, currently on qualifying. Damn, Rick Martel kicking that ass.
Rick Martel absolutely taking it to... Well, Rick has not posted a time yet. He's just kind of there.
Oh, I see. No,
the times are now starting to be posted. Fran Pachuk has gone to pole.
And we are joined by a new racer, Mike Wyatt. I want a Wyatt. Mike Wyatt, a Wyatt about.
Shout out to Mike Wyatt.
It's got a name that I can instantly work into a song. You, sir, are going places.
Oh, Andy Blade a little off the pace there in 9th place. And,
that's usual.
Gets knocked down by John Barker. I don't know. John Barker's not usually a half second faster than Andy Blade.
Half second, 90 seconds. Take your pick.
So I suppose I should get through with the introductions. Welcome to the Enduro race, end of the month Enduro race for the ESR community. We're at Spa-Francorchamps, which I believe you made a Trackmania version of this, if I recall correctly.
Maybe. Spa? I think so. Yeah. Spa day.
Yeah, Spa
and
day.
I did a reverse, I think.
Yeah.
And, it's Spa Dirt. I did a dirt version.
A dirt version, yeah. So if you wanted to ever try to race this in Trackmania, give Byron a shout. I am Mike.
I'll let you boy.
I am your lead play-by-play commentator and racing analyst. And Byron is here because he's the man you all want to hear, the man you all want to reach out and love.
I'm the co-main event. Your heart.
I would say you're the main event, actually, to be honest.
The main event of the evening.
Number one in your heart. I think I'm probably the third line on the program, but number one in your heart. That's for sure.
Well, I don't see who could be number two other than you.
I'd be the number two, and the number one would just be the title.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. I mean,
there you go.
Travis Wallace probably makes into the top 4.
I mean, it depends on how well he does here. Like, he's currently, where's he rocking right now? He's,
well, I was just talking about commentary.
Hasn't even, oh, yeah, commentary. Well, yeah, it'd be Travis Wallace and, like, Paul Riccobeni, Andy Blade, Martin Edmonds. I think we did something with Scott Nick, but he's, if Scott Nick returned, he'd get a huge boost, because he's been around, he's been away a while. To quote Jim Cornette, I can't miss you if you don't leave.
That's correct. I don't know about that Martin Edmonds guy. He's kind of Dutch.
Just kind of.
Or is he more Belgian?
I was gonna say Belgian, yeah.
He's Belsh.
Belsh.
Isn't that how that? You're from Belgium, you're Belsh?
I think you're just Belgian.
He's a Belcher?
This is getting better.
Little Belcher.
All right. So for those who are not familiar with Spa, and you should be if you're really into racing, because this is one of the top 5 tracks in the world. if I dare put a ranking on it. Highly famous. People when this gets added to any race game they play, it becomes a big deal. And it's really long, as you can see. It's almost a 2.5 minute lap. Although for some of our racers, it is over 2.5 minute lap. They need to get going. And it challenges you in just about any way. It's got these twisting sections that you're kind of seeing Ariel Zatoni go through here. And it's got some high... we have the Academy logo up there. Please ignore the Academy. It's not an Academy race. We messed up.
No, I'm fine. Listen, if you don't finish this race, you don't graduate. That's all there is to it.
I mean, it's a fair way of looking at it.
I think so you guys are going to have... touching on the Academy, and also if you hear construction noises coming through my microphone, they're building new stairs over the entranceway to my place, and I make no apologies. Just explanations.
There's no apology to make on that.
So you guys are doing like graduated levels of the Academy, yeah?
Correct. There's going to be a 101 cup and a 201 cup.
Okay, so whatever so 201's like your highest level currently?
Currently.
Okay, so I think to graduate from the Academy, you have to race Macau. That has to be a thing. I'm not offering alternatives. We got a comment from Andres Richter. This race where someone was going to beat Mike Stoffmeal? No.
He's rooting for Dennis Meissner, who's down in 15th place, so... I hate to say it, Andres, but probably not. You know what? There is a chance that someone might beat Stoffmill, though. If you look at, I don't know how to say his name. The Portuguese fellow in second place, Eugenio Lourenço?
I see something that starts with an F on the thing. That's Fran Machuca that's in third place right now.
Third place, yes. But the guy ahead of him, second place.
Oh,
Portuguese player.
Eugenio Lourenço, yeah, I think, or Lorenzo.
I would say Lorenzo, probably. That sounds more Portuguese.
He's people in sailors are called Lawrence.
He's only 0.439 off of Stoffmill. I'd say he's got a shot. He's got a shot. I don't know him, so he may be ridiculously fast.
It's possible.
Shout out to Ariel Zatoni up in 5th place, kicking some ass.
Lotus versus Ariel.
You could actually do that. Not in Race Room, but in various other racing games.
Indeed.
Fortunately, there is no Ariel Adam in Race Room at this time.
That would be gangster as hell. I've seen me enough Top Gear to know that would be gangster as hell. I'm going to say, I said it once, I'm going to say it again, all these red and yellow stripes make me want some McDonald's, and I'm not even hungry. And also my cat thinks that since I'm talking out loud, it's probably time for her to have some food. The problem is, she's diabetic, and that shit ain't going to happen for like 5 hours.
True enough. Sorry to anyone who heard me fighting with my door there, trying to get it closed.
I didn't hear that at all. But
that's because
I'm
you were on
you
were on push to talk. Unfortunately, the stream is not.
Were you like humping the door, like forcefully trying to groin thrust it into position?
So, well, the story is, of course, being in a basement that was let's put it this way, built in a basement apartment built in a somewhat unprofessional manner. The door frame is not the most lined up thing, so if I want the door to stay shut, there's a little wrestling that has to be done.
Very nice.
Although in fairness, my landlords I think did actually a pretty damn good job actually with this basement apartment. I can't really complain too much.
I say rather. I noticed that the Nordic marsupial has made his re-emergence into the light.
Yes, he has.
I've not seen Jorgen Wallaby in a while.
He's been missing a little bit. I don't particularly know why, and it doesn't look like he's terribly ready for this race because I'm unfamiliar with him being down in 18th position.
I just assume he's drunk as hell. But I assume everybody's drunk as hell.
It's possible. You know who else is not really doing well right now? Travis Wallace has still not set a lap time.
It's probably because he can't shift.
You're probably not wrong on that. He's still got shifter problems. By the way, we're riding with Mike Stoffmill. He's put up a purple first sector, about 1 1/10 faster than his previous mark.
He's the one-winged, one-tired purple people eater.
And Andy Blade has posted us in the live events feed on the Discord, so hopefully...
Oh my goodness.
I mean, admittedly, I don't think we're going to have...
Is that why he's qualifying so badly?
I mean, he'll probably use that as an excuse.
Well, if the game sounds low there, Audrey, we're just going to have to tweak it for next time, because to get the game sound back up in spectator mode,
yeah,
you literally almost have to exit the whole game. It's
you have
just
to exit and then go back, and yeah, I mean, it's the one thing about the spectator mode is doing on-the-fly audio adjustment is,
less than bueno.
Bad?
I'm not sure why don't they have the spectator mode built into the game? Is that a problem? Is it a big problem?
There is a spectator mode built into the game. It just sucks.
Well, why don't they just pay? So is this like a third-party spectator mode?
This is a third-party spectator mode maintained by the one and only Scout.
Scout, you are fantastic and an admirable human being, and they should pay you the money and just let you control that aspect of the game.
Along with others, he actually also does my the custom HUD that I use when I race.
Oh, very nice.
So we're nearing the end of qualifying here. We got a little bit of time left on the clock, but this is probably what your grid looks like. Mike Stoffmill from Eugenio Lorenzo, Fran Machuca. I'm gonna butcher this name, but Zyar Garunian, going with it. Martin Edmonds, Ariel Zatoni. Zerere sounds good. We'll go with that. We'll go with Zerere. Ariel Zatoni up in P6. Good effort from him. Mike Wyatt, newcomer. Eric Friesen on row 4. Alex Loeffler starting from 9th, and I, of course, have been cut off now. So I couldn't even give you the top 10. That's my bad.
Well, that's because you don't have 3 monitors like me, and you can still see the stream delay that's in my left monitor.
That's a good point.
I've got the central monitor is game. The right-hand monitor is browser info with SAW in the background, and the left-hand monitor here is stream delay, so I can see Andy Blade going, yo, to commentary dudes, yo, Andy, stop fucking around and try and, like, qualify and race and shit. I mean, I appreciate you posting the link, though, sir.
Appreciate it, yeah. I have the same setup, just the unfortunate thing is when you're the actual streaming source, you can't really do anything with the other screens. So that's why I have the laptop. That's why I have the laptop beside me with the YouTube stream and the control panel on it.
That seems less than sufficient.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that could use some work still, but we do what we can. We are off, and there's a lot of stuff going on around here. A lot of people dicing in the mid pack there. A lot of green cars kind of together. Wonder if they'll hook up and form a convoy, fighting their way to the front. Andy Blade actually had a really good start. He's up to 11th place.
Oh, so he's not fucking around nonstop.
Excellent. He's bringing it now. Anyways, Travis Wallace is our focus right now. He's 16th position. He had a bad qualifying. I don't think he even got a qualifying lap in.
Pretty bad.
You know who didn't qualify? Darcy Parkinson coming from the back.
Well, I mean, let's see. Darcy already not at the back of the pack.
Indeed. Bad start
now he's okay, moving up.
He says goodbye to Lachlan Nichols. I bet you could diss her.
Darcy Parkinson is the literal embodiment of the Jeffersons. Moving on up.
Moving on up, and already Mike Stoffbill's pulled out a 1.3 second lead, so my hope that he would be challenged here might be in vain.
We have a comment from T. Regis Gaming, and that is oof. Sir, we do not, sir or madam, we do not recognize oof here. We either use yikes or
Agreed. This is one of the more lovely tracks, Joe, just on like a scenic level. It's very nice. Spa-Francorchamps, of course, in Belgium, the most famous track in Belgium. There are only 2 tracks in Belgium I can name, so actually I guess that's not really saying a lot.
The Belsh.
The other one being Zolder, which is a a track that Canadians will forever curse because it is, of course, the site of Jules Villeneuve, probably our finest Formula One driver's death.
That would be the case, and we, of course, will have to provoke Germany into invading Belgium again.
They don't need much provocation. Fran Machuca under some pressure here from Martin Edmonds, the ESR admin on the charge at the moment. Fran Machuca, of course, the admin of the name of the series is eluding me at this second, which is a bit of a shame. But
World Series.
It's not World Series. But
it's the only series there. I don't know.
Anyways, the two community admins are going head to head right in behind Eugenio Laurencio, who I'm probably going to confuse who's driving that car because that's that car I associate with Richard DeRoche, and I know it's not him driving it, but I may make that mistake a couple of times. Behind them, it is Mike Wyatt leading the charge there in 5th place, ahead of Zaire and Eric Friesen, Alex Loeffler, Ariel Zatoni, and Dennis Meissner rounding off the top 10. Dennis Meissner paying for the fan boost. Andres Richter wants a good result from Meissner, and he's trying to give it to him. Martin Lauer, Travis Wallace has gotten up to 12th place ahead of Andy Blade, James Butler, Rick Martel, Jurgen Walby has recovered a little bit. He's up to 16th place. Dale Smith, 17th. You're gonna. There's an interview with Dale Smith coming up on the YouTube channel.
Dale J. Smith, Esquire.
I'm going to talk to him about some business ventures that he's handling, if those people are unaware of them. And I encourage you all to tune in for that. Also in the field, Gerardo Del Vea down in... That's the lowest I think we've ever seen, Gerardo. Is it not?
I would not disagree in any way, shape, or form. I'm assuming that he probably had too much pico de gallo, and he is now having a cilantro combo.
We've got Lachlan Nichols, Darcy Parkinson, John Barker, and newcomer, and a 910 Shiza racer. Those who are unaware of that, that is Travis Wallace's racing team. Justin Swan.
Shiza Racing?
Yeah.
Madness. Fake. In the commentary, we have fake facts. Mio Dread is Canada's best driver.
That is a faked fact. That is a horrendously fake fact.
I mean, you're better than me.
Every Canadian that you see on the screen right now is a better driver than me.
Yeah, I can't really. I mean, you're probably better than it. You're probably better than Martin. Come on.
No.
He's only up there because he bribes people. And by the way, if you want a quick $50, just let Martin pass you. He will pay you via PayPal.
Via PayPal. Oh, speaking of Martin, he's going for 3rd. And a very bad entry to the turn there from Eugenio Laurencio is going to cost him huge. He's going to drop back like a stone. Martin is suddenly in 2nd place. Eugenio, please contact Martin for your $50 via PayPal.
Correct.
Fran Machuca trying to get back past Martin Edmonds. And also in the mix there is the newcomer Mike Wyatt. We were hoping to see Mike Stockmill in this race.
No.
I don't think we will because he's up.
No.
He's already 7 seconds up the road.
Yeah, no. You're going to listen. If they have a really long hill climb, you might see him. I don't think they have one of those on this race, so...
That was the highest hill climb
that.
you had right there, yeah. That's Eau Rouge, which is...
But there's too many goddamn corners. You're never going to find him. Oh, there he is! There he is!
There he is! You can see him! You can see him in the distance!
God. He's majestic. Look at him!
This is a very crowded battle for 2nd place, though. That's kind of making up for it.
It's like an albino moose. Oh, nudgy.
Mike Wyatt getting physical, shoving Martin Edmonds around. I don't think he knows about that $50.
No, that's negative $50. That's $50 you owe him now.
I expect to see a donation posted by Mike Wyatt in the Discord channel. Eric Friesen trying to go around the outside of Zaira. Oh, I can't even remember what we agreed to call him. Zerere.
It's either Zerere or Gerere. Because with ZH. Gerere?
I think it's the Z sound, because I don't think I've ever seen that pronunciation for a Armenian or a Ukrainian to go with that, but maybe.
Armenian-Ukrainian Holocaust.
Martin Edmonds off the track has slipped down to 5th place. He's battling with the man we have mentioned there from the great Ukraine. And we are on board with him. Zerer putting the pressure on. Eric Friesen going up the inside into 6th place. Eric Friesen giving a good accounting himself. He had a bit of a weak run in the Formula Juniors and is trying to make up for that here in the Enduro.
He was freezing himself out by not attending races lately, and I enjoyed greatly him. He would post up in chat something about, "Oh, I can't make it," blah blah blah, and I'd be like, "Oh, it looks like you got freezed out again."
Travis Wallace there in the background also is coming forward. He's up to 8th position now. Next on his list, oh, Martin's wide again. Martin struggling into the bus stop.
It's all that poutine.
He's lost a spot there to... That was Eric Friesen go through, so Friesen up to 5th place.
The Freezer.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
At the back of the pack, looks like James Butler has had a moment and slipped to the back. That's a shame for Mr. Butler.
Is it like a senior moment?
Might be. So it's a Butlerian moment.
It's the Butlerian Jihad.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah, boy. The spice must flow.
Spice must flow.
Mike Wyatt, Mike Wyatt, I believe that's I can't, G-I-B Alice. Is that like Uber Alice? Mike Wyatt, Uber Alice.
Might be, I don't know.
Mike Wyatt, Uber Alice, Mike Wyatt.
Travis Wallace is through into 7th place, and next on the list is Martin Lauer, who's trying to come through the field. Actually, I think when I said earlier I associate that car with Richard DeRoche, I think it's actually Martin Lauer that I associate that car with.
We have Robert Wootsy in the comment section here, the live chat. He's also supporting Mr. Loeffler, probably because of the umlaut.
Shout out to Robert. I see him all the time on the leaderboard and can never match his ghosts. Never.
Well,
just
who you gonna
never.
call?
I need a Ghostbuster,
who you
that's for
gonna
sure. I need Spengler.
Oh, like Stoffmeal watch, he's over 10 seconds.
he's over 10 seconds ahead now.
At this point, we only make note of it every 5 seconds lead he
It's a long race. Like, there's 80 minutes still to go, but it's not looking great. Dale Smith and Andy Blade have slipped to the back, so I wonder if they maybe came to blows somewhere down in the lower end of the field.
Could be.
Martin Edmonds trying to climb back. Martin Edmonds was in 2nd place not that long ago. Now he's in 6th. Like, come on, Martin, pick up your socks.
I'm wondering how many more punk references I can have for Mike Wyatt. We've got the Clash. Now we have the Dead Kennedys. Not sure where else I can go from here. Tom the Beef says, I think Mike Stoffmeal has his P2P button stuck on. Yikes. Hashtag Forever Turbo.
Forever Turbo.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. He's got that extra 30 horsepower that we were talking about on the last commentary.
Here comes Mike Stoffmeal. You can just go eat shit.
You know what? It was stunning, actually. If you watch the drop-ins from last night with the GT1s, you will see Mike Stoffmeal having to fight with other cars. It was stunning.
Nice.
So we clearly need to make a GT1 series. We might actually have a hope there. I had a pretty decent showing actually in the first race. Second race, I decided to bring out this Goomper Tapalo, and it was really pink, and I think that unmanned some people. But aside from that, it didn't really do the job.
Martin, can you take me higher, lower?
Martin Lauer trying to get back up into 9th place as he struggles with Ariel Zatoni, and comes out on the losing side there, and that's Alex Loeffler up the inside of him. We got a fan cheering for Loeffler in the chat, so the chat giving the power to Alex Loeffler now.
You're gonna get the wootsy boost.
In fact, Dennis Meissner, who's also got the chat cheering for him, is in that battle as well.
Very nice. Martin Edmonds continuing to lose ground, probably because he's not dispensing those $50 PayPal donations he promised the people.
Indeed, he's down to 7th now, having lost a spot to Travis Wallace. Admittedly, Travis Wallace is unbribable.
Parkinson watch up to 14th place from dead ass last.
Yeah, Darcy on the charge. He's gotten past Rick Martel. Next on his list is Gerardo Del Vea, who's also actually on his own charge.
Yeah.
He was down low. He's up to 13th. So good work by both of them. The guy who's not coming through the grid the way I hoped he would, Jurgen Walby, still down in 18th place. I got a lot of respect for
Travis
you.
Wallace race like?
Angry.
Yeah, it isn't not untrue. Angry. Travis, I break my shit, Wallace.
He's gotten up past Eric Friesen, so he's up into 5th now.
He has not been freezed up.
There is the man that we were hoping would take the fight to stop Mil Eugenio Lorenzo, or Lorenzo, not with technique like that. With technique like that. That was not...
A little excited.
To those trying to use this as an educational experience, that is not how you take the bus stop. Martin Edmonds still there in 7th position, trying to make up ground on Eric Friesen and Travis Wallace and Eugenio. And behind him, he's got Zerai. Then it's Martin Lauer and Ariel Zatoni. Ariel's side by side with Alex Loeffler. There's Loeffler getting in front. He's that number 34 car. I always associate that car kind of with the Hartford Whalers. Just a little bit.
We got Zatoic in the chat. Go Travis, go. Hell yeah, go Travis, go.
Travis Wallace with a fan.
Travis Wallace, second angriest person ever to sim race in the planet of Earth.
Who's the angriest?
Do I need to complete that thought, or
there's a couple of options.
Not really. There's one guy who finished a race on one tire.
Well, that's not necessarily anger. That's hatred.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's fair enough. So he's transcended the whole angry thing.
He is the dark side of the force.
He is the Palpatine of anger. There's really only like number 2 and then other.
Other. That's probably true.
Your boy, Federico Svanger.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Frederico's. Hope to see him.
He may not win, but you cannot stop him from racing.
Cannot stop him from racing. It just doesn't matter. Dennis Meissner putting the pressure on Ariel Zatoni, trying to get up into 11th position. Ariel's had a bit of a weak race. He qualified in 6th place. It's been a bit rough for him. We'll see if he can come back to the 4 with the pit stop strategy.
I'm waiting to see if at one point Stoffmail can get so far out in front that he starts going in live chat and talking with us.
To be honest, he's actually lost a little bit of ground lately. It's down to 9 seconds.
He has. He's lost like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he had a little herky-jerky.
Maybe a little herky-jerky. Maybe even a little connection error, maybe. I don't know.
You get a little loosey-goosey with a herky-jerky.
There's a good battle going on right now that we're not really seeing between Andy Blade and Jurgen Walby. I'd like to see what that looks like.
It's just like a giant pouched mammal slapping around at a cold fish.
At a switchblade?
It's just a horrible butter knife.
I am bringing Jay White into this. Andy Blade has actually, in fact, gotten past Mr. Walby into 19th position there. So, it's been a rough day for Jurgen Walby, a man who's used to being at the front, and he just can't seem to find any traction.
Well, I mean, it is the middle of winter there in Sweden, so he may just be very depressed, and that looks like it's getting rough. So he won't see spring until, like, what is it, like late July?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So he may be, just a little mineral and vitamin deficient and very depressed, and possibly looking to raid Denmark.
Yes.
Which is why we call him the Nordic marsupial.
In the meantime, Martin keeps falling backwards. He's down to 8th place now. And we know that Martin's strength is usually the early on in the race because he kills his tires. And yes, I am making the tire soup reference here.
Oh yeah, I don't see a soft, hard icon anywhere here on the racing.
There is no particular tire compound in this particular occasion. It is single compound.
Well, I still maintain that if you could laminate all the different compounds together, you'd have probably a shit time racing, but it'd be hilarious. Just, can you imagine different layers of soft and hard? You burn through one, you get to the other, and you're like, whoa!
It would change your grip horrendously. That would be literally a terrible idea.
I would be so entertained.
Travis Wallace is up to 4th position. I think last we checked in on him, he was 5th. I think it's Eugenio fell back to 2 spots, is what that is. And promoted Mike Wyatt, or Travis Wallace and Eric Friesen, pardon me.
Mr. Eugenio Lorenzo.
By the way, it should be mentioned, it looks like we might have lost Andy Blade. I think he's still moving, Whoa. But he's got 100% damage showing on the spectator tool.
Hi. Oh, hello. Ariel, you son of a gun.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
The chaos.
He's very off.
Fenders for the Fender throne.
Oh boy. I'm going to quickly swap over to Andy Blade once this kind of settles down. Byron will not necessarily be able to see it because he doesn't have the same...
But I will definitely commentate on it. It's like, oh my god, he's barely limping. He's missing 72% of his car. It's just a helmet with a wheel.
So the damage for Andy Blade, he has completely lost his front splitter and bumper. They are gone. You can see the grill as it goes into the engine. He has had some serious front end trauma here. I can't imagine that car is handling well, but he is continuing on and not going into the pits. I don't know if that's a great plan.
And let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't fuck with Dale Smith. He'll chop the front of your car off.
Possibly, yeah.
That man knows his way around some tools. He will plasma cut the shit out of
Speaking of Dale Smith, he's having a good fight with Lachlan Nichols. It's not showing on our screen right now, but I can see them shifting around in front of Andy Blade.
Well, the reason why Lachlan is so far back in the race is because he's very far behind on the time scale. So, or no, he's ahead. He's way ahead. So he's actually got a reverse lag, and that's why he's in 20th place.
Eric Friesen getting back past Eugenio Lorenzo into... Oh, nope, Eugenio's getting him back. So that battle for 5th place is going on, and it's playing into the hands of Travis Wallace, who's getting pretty clear of this now.
Zatoyak in chat there is dismayed about Andy, and I gotta tell you, I'm not sure why, because he's clearly drunk all the time. It's bound to happen.
This message is brought to you by every beer that Andy ever drinks.
And today's commentary brought to you by White Lightning and Fresca, the delightful combo.
I am using my standard combination, which is a mix of
paint remover and straight rubbing alcohol.
Pretty much. Oh, Martin Edmonds getting a little out of control at the bus stop. I want to follow Martin Edmonds through the bus stop every lap now. It's never boring. He does not get it right ever.
Zerair Gunrunner, the Gunrunner, Zerair Gunrunian.
There's a lot we can do with this guy's name. I'm honestly kind of secretly hoping he doesn't tell us how to pronounce his name, because there's a lot we could work with there.
There is a lot. I believe the last name is pronounced Grunian.
Sounds right.
Grunian, but I like Gunrunner.
Or Gun Ryan.
Fuck no. Zatoyak asks if we're drinking Natty Light. That is a giant fuck no. That's a hard no.
No, that's a hard no.
That's a hard no. That's a hard pass. Listen, if we're helping you out at your house and you dish out cold and free stuff in a can or bottle, that's the best kind of beer. If I'm gonna pay for that shit, hell no.
I am currently drinking a product that you cannot buy in a regular liquor store. In fact, I have to go to a import-export shop.
What that is?
Did
you get the blueberry sleeve?
I call it the super sleeve.
What that is?
The super sleeve is basically the stuff that they make in Yugoslavia, as well as possibly other places. Czechoslovakia comes to mind. So Czech Republic, Slovakia, perhaps Bulgaria.
Is this made in a bathtub?
Most definitely.
Excellent.
It is our culture's form of the moonshine, basically, and it is. You've had regular Slivovitz, of course.
Yeah.
Picture that. Now up the alcohol 1.5 times.
Ooh, that sounds deliciously tooth destroying.
So I've got that, and I'm mixing it just to make it a little more palatable with just some random club soda.
Oh, delightful. So the only thing I ever found, to get totally off track here, that is a pun, by the way. Zatoyog has said, I'd kill myself in a wall to drinking that. I assume that he means Natty Light is not good, and we agree. He or she.
We agree. That's Jesse Hampton.
Jesse, what up? Hamptown Racist, sing this song, doo-da, doo-da. So I went on an experiment trip, you may remember, when I had the Slivovichka. And the only thing I found to mix with sleeve that was good was Concord grape juice.
I can see that working, yeah.
So I'd encourage you to experiment with that. Also, I poured way too much fucking White Lightning in this glass, and I'm gonna fill it reasonably well to the top with Fresca. I'm on a diet. I'm drinking on a diet.
Martin Edmonds in the background trying to take over a spot there from Martin Lauer. In the meantime, there's also scuffle going on here between Eugenio and Eric Friesen. Bit weird because Martin and Eugenio are racing the same car, so it's the same car trying to be passed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Andy has commented in live chat, Bollocks car was on... Bollocks car was on default 12 wing. When wrecked Aereo, no wonder I was slow. Dude, you had the front of your car chopped off. I don't know what you're using all these weird terms for. You fucked with the Dale J. Smith, and he plasma cut the front of your car off. Don't even try.
Pretty much.
Don't even front, yo.
Dale Smith is also having a bit of a rough run, actually. He's down in 21st position and not particularly close to Lachlan Nichols anymore. Martin Edmonds appears to have failed to overtake Martin Lauer in a battle of the Canadian Martins. A little bit of lag there you'll get on the stream. And he's now under pressure from Zerer again.
Jesse has accused Andy of failing his pre-race check, and which I agree. I would agree up to a point if I didn't think that Dale J. Smith Esquire wouldn't have just laser blasted the front of his car off because he's OP.
Eric Friesen putting the pressure on Eugenio. The lead is only about 12 seconds. There's hope yet.
You can do it! Mike White currently in third. Well done for... Is this his debut? I've not come across him before.
This is his ESR debut, as far as I know.
Mike White, I want a White.
Actually,
Mike White,
we actually have 3 debutantes in the top 10. So that's nice.
Very nice.
In the meantime, further back, Martin Edmonds is fighting with Zerer again, and behind them that is Alex Loeffler, who is one of the favorites of the chat, trying to make up some ground. Alex Loeffler, I've never raced with Alex Loeffler, and I really want to, because he seems like just a fun guy to race with. He's always kind of dicing in close with people. It's always fun.
Alex Loeffler.
Eric Friesen looking to make a move here on Eugenio Laurencio for... I keep wanting to add an I in there. Like, that's the problem.
What, to Eugenio?
No, with Laurencio. Like, I keep wanting to add an I before that O. And I know it's wrong, but I keep doing it.
I know it's wrong, but I can't help myself. Mr. Lorenzo.
I don't have a problem with that particular vice.
It's either Lorenzo, Lorenco, or Lorencho. I'm gonna go with Lorenzo until somebody tells me otherwise.
I'm gonna go Lorenzo. That it'll keep me from putting the I in there, and I mean, one of us will be right. Oh, contact!
Oh, wow! Simultaneous
spinning there. Eric Friesen and Eugenio Laurencio dropping back.
Martin Lauer using psychic abilities, Psionic Strike +4, to move into 5th place. Well done.
Well done, Martin. Round of
Rolled
applause
high on
for
that
Martin
one.
Edmonds. He's now top Canadian. Anyways, Eugenio Lorenko is rejoined behind Eric Friesen, so they're still fighting, just now over 9th place. And in the background there you can see Dennis Meister having a pretty solid run there in 11th place. Congratulations to the Danish sensation.
The Dennis the Menace Meisner or Dennis the Miser Meisner?
It depends how he's driving. Today I think it's the Miser.
Well done.
In the background, you have Ariel Zatoni, Gerardo Del Valle, a long-standing rivalry between those two, so that should be good. And then James Butler has come back through the grid to 14th. Justin Swan having a pretty solid debut there in 15th, that of Darcy Parkinson. Darcy has really seemingly gotten stuck. We were talking about him cutting through the field pretty easily, like his name was Andy Blade or something, and it's not been going well since.
You boy Jesse says pairs dancing is a totally other event.
Indeed.
In reference, we got like a 12-second delay on the stream there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the synchronized spinning. Yes. Somebody is going really slowly there, and I'm not sure who that is.
Could be anybody.
Might have just been. I think it's just Alex Loeffler made a mistake, and that's what he was moving slow on. But it looked like he was moving noisily. So Travis Wallace is all over the back of Mike Wyatt. This could get ugly.
It's gonna be a Wyatt.
It's gonna be punk rock versus rage metal.
It's gonna be interesting. Chattel your enter Lamb of God. Whoa!
Pretty much. The angrier driver will win.
The one-man Wyatt versus the Hunger God.
Yep. Should have seen Travis last night in the drop-in race trying to race without a front end and somehow managing to do it.
The guy breaks everything.
He does. He does break everything.
He just cannot have nice things.
No, he can't. We also got to hear the family Wallace on the background radio. Yeah. It's like, are you done yet? No, I'm not done yet. You are gonna be done soon.
Nice.
So Travis putting the pressure on Mike Wyatt, welcoming him to the ESR field with some proper pressure.
Now, since we have Andy Blade live in chat here, is it true that you've been a naughty boy and you paid those guys to put you in the wall like that?
He's gonna say yes.
I mean, it's not Wednesday, but it's okay to treat yourself twice a week.
This has become a sadomasochistic thing.
His response was, "Yes, I suck." I mean, I was trying to give you a way out, but I mean, if you want to just fess up, that's okay. Just trying to dramatize the subject.
For those of you in the lower class, for those of you
I'm writing a fan fiction. It's going to be called 50 Shades of Blade.
50 Shades of Blade. For those of you in the lower class of the Academy, Andy Blade, your headmaster, everybody.
Everybody makes mistakes, and then we get to make fun of them for it. It's great.
Nice,
fun, fantastic.
Be nice to Andy.
Be nice to Blademan. We got Carl live and direct. We got Carl Hackman right here in the live chat. Andy needs Boddingtons. That's not untrue. He could probably do with some McEwen's import since he is an expat. Noted author Carl Hackman live in chat. I saw that he posted up some driving. I don't know if they're tutorials or track maps or what they are, but I meant to look into them.
We apparently have a special guest in the TeamSpeak if you want to drag him down into the booth, sir.
Oh shit, I gotta do double duty. Anyway, Carl, if since you're listening, I'm gonna look into your videos because I enjoy all things with British accent.
Carl does have that that voice that is really appropriate for radio. And therefore podcasting / YouTube.
Was moved to your channel.
We've been joined in the
Andrew, explain yourself.
Explain yourself, Andy. What happened?
Well, I just had a lovely motorcycle race, ride back to the pits.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
we can see that. You're right there.
Well, somehow I ended up clicking it onto default.
Somehow.
Default, default, default,
Yeah,
default.
so I had 12 wing on, and then I stuffed it into the wall and smashed the aero off, and I kept going slower and slower.
Why
Very
did you
nice.
not pit? Is I suppose the question.
I was just not feeling it. I was too far away from the pace. I was losing so much time anyway. And I can't change the setup.
I mean, you can still
I could
get
only
your,
fix
you can get
the
your
aero.
front end fixed still.
Yeah, but it was too slow, the car. It just wasn't handling. Everyone was passing
Martin
me.
Edmonds defending as we talk here from Zerai again, who's looking to get past him. What's what? Oh my God! Oh, someone write it down. Martin did the bus stop correctly for the first time in this race. He managed to tame the bus stop turn. A round of applause, people.
At the car wash.
In fairness, the bus stop chicane is a very difficult turn, but I'm still not going to let you forget this, Martin.
Was he been screwing it up?
He's been screwing it up every lap.
Listen, I don't know anything about anything, and I know he's doing that badly.
If you think it's bad, then it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
Every time it cuts around to that particular area, and I know this because it's like an uphill to the left, it's just this conglomeration of not goodness, and he's always at the center of it.
Absolutely. Eugenio put the pressure on Eric Friesen. These two have been battling for a really long time, and it's actually hurting them because they keep dropping back.
Yeah, that was a good battle, eh?
We have a cheer for Fran Machuca from Rafael Batista-Lete.
Oh! I do not know him, but I assume he's one of Fran's boys. So, welcome to the
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Wait, is that the right thing to say? I don't know.
That's Portuguese.
Yeah, I know that. Isn't he Portuguese?
Nice Spanish.
Bueno.
Bueno.
He's from Brazil.
He's from Brazil. Obrigado. He's from Brazil. Rafael
There we go.
Brazil.
There we go.
I pronounced it right and everything. Fuck you.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Rafael.
Martin's going again.
Martin on the defensive once again in a fight here. And Dennis Meister putting the pressure on Eugenio now, trying to get up into the top 10. He's having a really solid race. He did a great job. And
I believe Mr. Walby's on default too, eh? Stuck on 12.
Yeah, that would explain why his general lack of progress through the field. He's really been having a rough time.
You guys nerd out for a second. I gotta pee.
Nerding out,
Yeah. Make yourself muted, dude.
So yeah, we've lost Andy from the race. We've got Dale Smith at the back of the pack. We got someone going into pit lane. It is Eugenio Laurencio is going to be our first man to the pit lane.
Yes.
What are you laughing at?
Well, Jesse's, bashing me in the chat.
Jesse Hampton bashing Andy Blake. Continue, please, sir.
At least I tried. I was there. I showed up. But
Jesse,
it does suck when it's fault.
Jesse almost ended up getting traded to my my F4 team. So that's interesting.
Had he been bad?
No, we had Darcy to try to balance out, and the question was, should Darcy go to Team Boss, and then Boss would have to trade Jesse to me, or do I get Darcy? And in the end, I got Darcy. So there we go.
So who got Jesse? Or is he on his own team?
He's still on Boss. He's still on Boss with John Barker, Travis Wallace, Dennis Meister is on that team. Eugenio,
so basically, you couldn't pay anyone to take him. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that at all, sir.
Quit typing private messages telling me that.
I mean there is one driver that probably may or may not have had to have a bribe exchange to be accepted on a team, but it was not Jesse.
Ooh,
was it J-Dog?
The teams out.
I mean, if it was J-Dog, I would require $1 million.
Yeah.
I've raced with J-Dog. It's not pretty.
Ugh.
Honestly,
There's no way I was going to last for another hour. I really need that pee break.
playing any video game with J-Dog is not pretty.
Fuck me. I mean, unless I'm the bait.
Well, that's playing against him. That's different. Lachlan Nichols and Rick Martel. No, this is gonna be Walby and I'm confused. Lachlan Nichols. Okay, it is Rick Martel. Okay, he's. I was right the first time.
You gotta know.
We got three there.
Yeah, it's I think it's Eugenio trying to come back through the field, is it? No, it's not. That's it's gotta be.
Yeah, it's Jorgen.
It's Jorgen, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pardon me. It's Jorgen Walby fighting with them. Ariel Zatoni, Dennis Meissner, Gerardo Del Vea having a real good fight for 10th place here. Dennis did not find the bus stop there.
Oh!
In true Danish fashion, tries to ford the rivers. Did not work.
Did not really work.
Little grass cutting going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know that
Martin Sayers are right now.
Somewhere between poutine and chicken noodle soup.
Messy again.
No baguette tired for you.
I mean, he may have started as a baguette, but it ain't a baguette no more.
No, he is more like the dumpling.
This guy that's chasing him must be a debutant. I don't recognize the name.
Yeah, I believe him. He's a new face to me. So is Mike Wyatt, Justin Swan, who I know is one of Travis's boys. I guess we have to stop calling Josiah Jerome his boy because he's actually got his boy in here now.
He's got a full team of boys by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's got a boy stable. Oh,
an entire stable of boys.
I see Mike's out in front.
A very rare appearance from Mike Stoffmill on the camera right now.
Woo, I'm waiting.
Just enjoying a 19.7 second lead.
It's taking him a hell of a lot longer to creep up towards 20 seconds than regular.
Yeah, he seems to have made a couple of mistakes and like had some periods where he's actually lost some time, but it's been growing.
He might have been just trying to get on the camera, blowing it down a bit.
It's just been, come on, guys, I want to get on YouTube.
Justin Swan, live on the Death Label.
And this is not the Academy 2019, by the way.
No.
Yes, it is.
I'm aware. We were kind of.
These are some good drivers for Academy drivers.
We had some technical difficulties trying to get things to work, and it got rushed. It got rushed, and we didn't get to change the logo.
Hey, don't matter. Who cares?
I mean, we could just play it. No, this is totally our Academy. These are the worst guys we have.
Oh, and Darcy's in there too. I didn't realize.
Yeah, he's been kind of coming through the field. He's on a bit of a charge now, but it's been kind of haltingly intermittent.
He was stuck at 14th for a long time, and now he's in 13th. And I'm not sure what's taking him so long to try and catch up to anybody else.
Yeah, he's catching up.
Perhaps he is also the default warrior.
He's took about a half second at Dennis Meissner so far this lap, so he is catching, but he's got almost 8 seconds to go. So
live in chat, we have Carl Hackman with Stoffmill is pitted twice, polished the remnants of Andy's car, and still in the lead.
Speaking of which, we got Mike Stoffmill on camera again.
It's your boy.
What we should make Mike go in the pits, pick up my car, and tow that around with him, and then maybe everyone else would have a chance.
No. He has to go in the pits, get out of the car, go into your car and drive it. dirty bastard Lachlan Nichols. Lachlan Nichols with a drive-through for track limits abuse. Not good news for the Australian contingent. He's in a fierce fight with Jurgen Walby now, so that may have been the Speaking of which, you know what? I'm going to counterman the auto director and go to that fight between Jurgen Walby and Lachlan Nichols.
No, don't leave me here with these people.
Well, we're just watching Mike Stoffmill.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well,
look at that majestic bastard. Look at him go.
That's Walby versus Lachlan Nichols, and Walby's actually catching up to Rick Martel. Is that the car that Rick's always been racing? Because it looks new to me. The kind of pale eggshell blue and white car.
You think he went in the pits and resprayed it?
Well, no, I mean, like, I think he used a different car in prior rounds, is all.
Actually, I believe Rick Martel always races the 52 Studebaker.
Not if there's a golf option.
Correct.
In the background of this fight, we also have Eugenio Lorenko, who made an early pit stop. I feel like that couldn't have been a scheduled pit stop. He must have taken some damage. He is in behind them in 20th position.
Yeah, because he was quite high up, wasn't
Yes, he was.
he? See, Travis is up there in third, smashing them paddles.
Travis has in fact gotten past Mike Wyatt into that third place position, and he's caught up to Fran Machuca pretty nicely as well. Got that gap down to about 3 seconds.
Has anybody let Travis know that the flappy paddles aren't a fidget spinner and he shouldn't just be like tapping them all the time for no reason?
We should probably mention that sometime.
We'll get around to it.
So Rick Martel's kind of holding up Jurgen Walby, I think, and that's letting Lachlan Nichols get back into this fight.
There's going to be
Now,
4 in here.
I guess, Andy, here's the question for you. If you're Jurgen Walby and if you're Rick Martel, and Lachlan goes up the inside of you, do you just let him go knowing he has a drive-through penalty?
No, I'd slam him off track.
Slam him off track?
Yeah,
of course you'd let him go. Of course, why wouldn't you?
Because there's no sense fighting.
yeah,
There's no sense fighting with him when he's got what is going to be a 35 to 40 second penalty.
True enough. But
So
he
they're
might as well just sit there and take the penalty.
Oh, there he is. He's actually going for the penalty now. We follow Lachlan Nichols as he goes in for his drive-through, or I guess he could be going for a pit stop and then he'll do the drive-through, but no, this appears to be the drive-through.
He's going to have to do the drive-through first, otherwise he'll get disqualified.
Yeah, you have 3 laps to do it in, correct? Yeah, so...
No, you're still looking at I'm looking at the live stream. You're still doing your own thing, watching Lol Chan Nichols.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the auto director. I just wanted to see the penalty get served.
Served!
I needed the walk of shame for Lachlan Nichols.
That's fair. I totally support that.
Game.
I mean, he is a horrible genetic criminal.
I mean, anytime Lachlan Nichols goes into the pit lane, you know I'm going to be watching really close. I've had bad experiences. I still have dreams about it, man.
I mean, he's just not. He's almost cool enough to live in New Zealand, but not quite.
All right, so the auto director has now gone back to the battle between Martel, Walby, and Lorenko. This is really not working out for Lorenko, who made that early pit stop and has gotten stuck behind this. It's got to be hurting his chances of securing a top 10 here today.
We kind of need to know why he went in the pits.
I mean, it could have been it just felt too early, and the fact that no one's gone into the pits since him makes me think that had to be some damage.
That would be too early for sure.
Yeah, that can't have been a fuel idea. Rick Martel just losing both spots there as he kind of may have gotten out of the way a little bit. Gerardo Del Vea fighting with Eric Friesen. This is a bit of a historical rivalry over 9th place here. Heading into the bus stop, Martin Edmonds, please take notes. This is how you do the bus stop. You brake, then you turn in, then you turn the other way, and you're good to go. You're good to go. I don't know why it's so hard. Oh, someone's going in the pit lane, actually. It's Martin Lauer.
Kind of reminds me I should apologize to James Butler. I don't know.
Actually, we got 2 people in the pits.
If you don't apologize to James Butler, he may just buttle you into the ground.
We have 2 cars in the pits, and in fact, it's the 2 Martins. Martin Lauer and Martin Edmonds taking simultaneous pit stopping.
I'm going to guess that Martin gets out first.
And they're right in front of... That Martin Edmonds' pit stop is right in front of Martin Lauer's. This is hilarious.
What?
So here they go. Where are they going to come out in relation to Eugenio? Because that's the question. He's the one that's pitted. Martin Edmonds is out first. Martin Lauer has picked up a speeding in the pit lane penalty. No!
Seriously.
They have come out well ahead of Eugenio, so Eugenio's early pit stop is costing him. He's lost out a lot of ground.
Speeding in the pit lane. What is he from, Saskatchewan? Listen, sir, not everything's a straight line. Also, we have live in the chat someone named Andrew Bladenstein apologizing to James Butler for kicking him right in the butthole.
In the butthole? Why would you do that to Mr. Butler? Also,
I gotta explain because I've seen him do it so many times on lap 1 to everyone else. I thought I'd give him a taste of his own medicine.
oh,
Well, snap.
As
that's a good
his instructor, it seems only fair.
corrective bumping. I think Jurgen Walby's also made his pit stop because he slipped a fair ways back, so I suspect he's been in for fuel and tires, or possibly
If
just
you
fuel.
had the crew rip the wing off the back of it.
That would probably help. We are now speaking of James Butler. He is battling with Justin Swan over 12th position.
I'm not going to be able to let
Travis
go of
is
it. One of my favorite movies is The Phantom of the Paradise, and the bad guy in the movie, his name is Swan. And his house is called his house / mansion is called the Swanage, and all kinds of things like that.
You're just full of useless crap, ain't you?
Look, listen, who came over to my country and didn't bring me Cubans?
Oh, we've had a game crash.
Oh, I don't like that.
What?
Is it your game crash?
It's my game crash.
You are fired as shit. Oh, it's right up there on live stream. That's hilarious.
Rebooting.
Oh my God, turn the porn off.
You want me to read the fucking error code?
You can read it if you want.
We're watching you dick around through Race Room and the thing, the Steam. Allow this app to do a thing.
Don't cue the elevator music now.
We are sorry. We are currently having problematic.
We have
some good beats.
Fluffy Jerome, R.I.P. in live chat. I don't know if this is actually going through on live chat.
I'm gonna say that it's Josiah Jerome, possibly.
Oh yeah, we are totally going through on live chat. Nice.
Yeah.
We are headed back into the game, everybody.
We're going in. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. We're going back in. We're loading back in.
Jesse's like, ooh, intermission. Yes, we are that fancy.
We are that fancy. We will sadly have missed some of the action and possibly pit stops, which means we'll have to speculate on pit stops for the rest of this broadcast.
Oh, God.
Double J, Josiah Jerome, who we cheer for not impartially.
Indeed, not impartially at all. There we are. We are back in, everybody, with Eugenio Lorenko and Eric Friesen having a fight.
I'm watching the guy who's down with the syndrome.
Down with the syndrome.
John Barker.
John Barker, speeding in the pit lane penalty.
You badass.
Won't. Yeah, I'm watching Darcy fence around
Jesse,
here.
Yeah. Could I have sneaked back in the game when we were resetting then?
Maybe.
That would have been sweet.
Darcy Parkinson going up the inside of Dennis Meissner there for 8th position, so he's on the charge. Theoretical pit stoppers. I think Eric Friesen's probably been in the pits. He's dropped down a bit. Ariel Zatoni might have been in the pit lane. James Butler, I would say, has definitely been in. He picked up the penalty for speeding in the pits, so I would hope he's been in the pit lane. That would be impressive if he was in the pit lane, got the penalty, and didn't pit.
Mr. Hackman would like to know if you pitted there, Mike.
He's talking about stuff wheel.
May have required a pit stop.
Oh, what happened to Mike? I thought he was
Mike Stockmills.
the commentator.
Yeah, Mike Stockmills dropped to 3rd place. I believe he's been in for his pit stop service.
To answer both questions, probably and maybe, and yes, Mike's PC decided to take a pit stop.
Alex Loeffler is in the pits, as is Mike Wyatt. See Loeffler actually there on screen. That's Wyatt. That's Wyatt coming out and Loeffler in the pits. They have the same car. It's confusing.
And both British racers currently way back in the pack, which is why Andy moved to Canada in the first place.
Not a strong day for Team UK with James Butler and John Barker. Team JB. Team JB Racing.
I did have Brexit early. I had sausage, eggs, bacon. It was lovely.
But what's really going to be hilarious is in like 7 to 10 years from now, and somebody grabs the Lord of the Rings screen grabs and goes, "What about second Brexit?"
Rick Martel in the pit lane. Dale Smith in the pit lane heading back out. Oh no, heading in. Whoa! Dale Smith with the most interesting pit lane wag I've ever seen. So there you go.
The most interesting pit lane wagon in the world.
And now we
You
have the
think
kit.
he braked in?
Might have. The racing spectators decided that we really need to look at some trees.
Correct. I find them low res and gauche.
Very gauche. Very gauche.
Mike
That's
Wyatt,
a woodpecker.
currently sexiest thing on the track.
No, it wasn't. It was Jesse's eagle. Do you see it?
They won't let Carl Hackman into Canada. Why is that? Is it because you speak French?
He's a convicted criminal, yeah.
Is he really?
Oh yeah. That's why he's in the Dominican.
Yeah.
I would listen. If you're in the Dominican and you can't get into Canada, there's some cool shit we got. It's a lot of legal weed, but
he's not denying it, though, is he? Look in the chat.
They call him the hacksaw back in the UK.
Yeah, it's
Carl the
probably it all
hacksaw.
now.
Bone saws ready.
And disconnecting from social media as we speak.
He might be under investigation for animal cruelty
Why
involving
is
pigs.
Lachlan in the park? What's he doing?
Carl Hackman may or may not have been found guilty in absentia for beating a priest to death with a giant rubber dildo.
I think Lachlan needs a GPS. He's lost.
Yeah, Lachlan is running around in the forest, apparently.
Where's the fire?
Where's the track?
He's looking for fairies.
It's this way, Lachlan. This way.
Mike Wyatt in a
This
fight
way
here
to the
with
gingerbread house.
Mike Wyatt here in a fight with Darcy Parkinson. Now, this is not the most fair fight in the world, as Parkinson is not pitted and Wyatt has. Which, the question becomes if Mike Wyatt took tires, he should have a significant advantage over Darcy at this point, although whether he took tires is a debatable point. As I know that there are some drivers who have gone the entire race distance in the Enduro on one set of tires.
Yeah. Crazy.
In fact, shout out to Wayne Hutchinson, our boy over in the Zero GT team, who went the entire race on one tank of gas.
And where did he finish?
Not terribly high, but it's still.
A finish is a finish.
He made the fuel saving work. That's all that matters.
I'd like
Travis...
to send a shout-out to Senor Juan Barcadero, who is apparently going to watch this tomorrow. So he's currently making Sunday breakfast while watching the race. And enjoy your eggs over whatever.
Eggs Benedict?
It could be Eggs Benedict. I like mine over hard, but then I like them over hard mixed in with a bunch of different shit. So that's
I'm a boring egg eater. I just scramble them.
And scrambled's good too. You can mix a lot of shit in there. Spices,
I do.
Onion, garlic.
My personal favorite is to hit it with like a heavy dose of the garlic salt.
Oh yeah.
And then throw in some paprika on top of that. A little bit of black pepper. Magnificent.
Not too bad. Mayo? No mayo?
Nah, not a mayo guy. Mike Wyatt looking to make a move here on Darcy Parkinson for 5th place. He is through. Time to speculate who still has to pit. Travis Wallace definitely has to pit. No way he's ahead of Mike Stockmill if he doesn't have to pit. Zarai probably has to pit. Darcy Parkinson, I think, has to pit. Dennis Meissner, Justin Swan.
Carl Hackman has included a bunch of details.
Someone is in the pits, and that is currently Zarai in the pit.
Carl Hackman has included some details to go along with the alleged infringement on personal freedoms and or safety.
That's not alleged because
and we won't include these here as a description and or incrimination. You'll have to read the chat, so pay attention.
We got Zarai and Dennis Meissner in the pits. They're making their fuel stop. Pretty quick pit stop from the Ukrainian driver, so I imagine not a tire stop. Probably just fuel.
Dane on Ukraine violence.
Tell us if you know Igor Vovchanchin.
Listen,
would like to know.
Listen, on the real front here. If you know Igor Vovchanchin, if you've shaken Igor Vovchanchin's hand, you're in. I mean, there's no